like to introduce some excellent folks who are here today, and these are a part of a Cracker Jack team who were responsible for creating, organizing, and pulling off the Middle School Wellness Summit. We have with us Stephanie Perez, counselor, and Nicole Brooks, psychologist, and why don't you guys come up and take it away.
Thank you so much for having us tonight, and I just want to say how grateful we are and proud that our district takes not only academics but overall student wellness so true to the heart, and for letting us put on this Middle School Wellness Summit for the second year. Every year we've had, all 2 years we've had a different theme. This year our theme was Wellness Warriors. Wellness is a lifelong journey. It's not just about one moment or one lesson. It's really something we hope our students will take with them throughout their lives. But really the warrior part is embracing that wellness warrior inside of you, no matter where you're at in that wellness journey, which is why we have mountains as part of the logo and our little figures at different parts of those mountains, because some students and some adults have been doing wellness for a while and they know the different techniques and stuff like that, but there's always more to learn. And some people are just beginning their wellness journey, so we really wanted to meet our students where they were at and provide them with different techniques.
One of the reasons we started developing this Wellness Summit last school year was we really wanted to connect the school community and the staff and our citizens in the community with mental health supports at all levels. We wanted to connect the physical, the social, and mental health that leads to better academics, and that is all about the whole child. So our summit was really put together to incorporate that, but also to show that we have all of these supports available throughout the school year and really highlight those things that the counselors and the psychologists are providing students throughout the district.
Just a quick snapshot of who participated. It was available to all middle school students at all of our different sites. Their teachers participated this year as well. Last year too, but they were in the classroom this year, which was really awesome. Last year it was 100% virtual. This year it was still a virtual experience, but students were in the classroom doing activities together, which was really nice with their teachers. Some of the topics we discussed are their brain and emotion, learning from failure, automatic negative thoughts. Board Vice President Fenton Ang participated again, providing our students with a lesson in Tai Chi. We did some yoga, some really different things that maybe the students haven't been exposed to before, which was really the point, right? Bring them new opportunities so that they can find something that they connected with throughout the day. To hear from our students. So we have a student representative from Foothills Middle School and from Rancho Learning Center. So first we'll bring up Caitlin from Foothills Middle School.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Liu. I'm a 7th grader from Foothills Middle School. From our middle school principals taking on the hilarious Oreo challenge, learning to persevere after failure, to learning Tai Chi movements that even an uncoordinated person like me can follow, and our teachers, staff, and principals busting out their best moves, making the entire class roar with laughter. These are only 3 of the many highlights from the 2nd Annual Middle School Wellness Summit. One obvious perk was enjoying a break from schoolwork and daily classes. The word I really appreciated is that the event reminded me to take care of myself, and it served as a reminder that despite busy and sometimes stressful schedules, it is very important to set aside time to take care of our mental health and emotional well-being. The fun segments of the event made me appreciate what a strong community we have. Above all things, we tried to have fun together. Last but certainly not least, I appreciated the refresher on automatic negative thoughts, also known as ANTs, which I often try to brush off. Having to write down my ANTs was a powerful moment, one that made me feel vulnerable as I reflected on my own insecurities. I have to continue to work on planting optimistic thoughts, also known as POTS, to help me feel more positively about myself and apply these to different situations. Learning about ants and pots, now, if I have one takeaway from this wellness summit, it would be this. Whenever I start to worry about what others will think of me, I will make a mental note that I should focus on my inner scorecard and that the way others perceive me is irrelevant. Thank you to our school counselors, psychologists, and everyone who made the Wellness Summit possible for this fun and necessary event for students as we navigate through our sometimes stressful and confusing middle school years. These past 2 Wellness Summits have truly made an impact on me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we're going to hear from Brady from Rancho Learning Center.
My name is Brady DeBow, and I believe mindfulness is a tool, specifically a multi-purpose tool that you would find in your average toolbox. It has a multitude of different applications to your daily life, and, well, it can be used for basically any form of stress. But not every aspect of mindfulness is everyone's cup of tea, which is why it's important for a counselor to provide a multitude of different kinds of mindful activities so everyone gets to find out what they would like. And this year they sure did deliver. This year's Wellness Summit included a variety of different kinds of mindful experience, such as yoga, breathing techniques, the sound bath, and much more. I personally appreciated the student inclusion that was shown during the Wellness Summit. It was an outstanding decision that shows that our school counselors know what they are doing and are stepping in the right direction by allowing students to be included in the summit. This is because student-to-student connection is a lot more powerful. I think everyone knows this at this point, that student-student connection is a lot more powerful than adult-to-student connection. This is because student-to-student connection, well, they were born in a generation that was a lot closer to the one that they grew up in. It's obvious at this point. Seeing more therapeutic techniques in next year's Wellness Summit would be, from my personal perspective, very beneficial, and I let the mental aspect of mindfulness shine through, allowing them to clear their mind and showcase their feelings via cognitive behavioral therapy, art therapy, and many more ways to help students convey their emotions and help them feel more comfortable with expressing themselves as well as their thoughts and feelings. The Wellness Summit was a prominent showcase of our counselors' ability to understand our AUSD students' mental states and allow us and show what we as a district can do to help our students with their overall well-being in all forms. Thank you.
So one of the things we did after the summit was we asked for student feedback in addition to teacher feedback. And of all of the feedback, 84% of the students across the 4 school sites really want to see the summit again. They took something away from it that was positive. And of those students, we wanted to see, well, what things were important to them? Where did they get takeaways? And as you can see with our results, they found a lot of different useful tools that they can use and practice. And one of the other things too is we take that constructive feedback so that we can make changes moving forward so that we are really gearing everything towards what the student needs.
We are so grateful for our teachers. We took, a whole swag day to do this summit, and we really appreciate them being in the classrooms alongside their students, doing the activities with them. So again, their feedback is very valuable as well. So you see some of their quotes up there. And again, we really appreciate their constructive feedback because we're trying to get better every year, want to make sure it's connecting with everybody in different ways. So we really appreciate that from them.
One of the things we also did was we created a Wellness Summit website. We wanted to be able to have the community access the summit, those students who were unable to come and participate that day, so that families could also watch the summit and have those conversations with their children at home. In addition, on the website, we have lots of resources and ways that students can reach out should they need any support moving forward.
Just wanted to, again, our district is so amazing about collaboration. So the counselors and psychologists across all the middle schools really came together, put this together both years. It's a huge task, but we're like, we have to do it, right? It's just so needed. But we're not the only ones. You can see Ruth there in the corner. There was Cindy. So many people were involved in helping making this day such a success. Marco from taking boxes back and forth for us. Tim at the printing station, at AUSD print shop, like just so many people involved, and of course our admin and everyone here at the district office as well. So many, I can't even name all the people to thank, but it wasn't just us, it takes a whole village for sure. There's absolutely no way we could have done this, especially virtual. We came together like, we want to do this. How the heck are we going to put this thing on? And someone said, I can't remember who, I want to say it was Catherine Merrill, said, tap into our amazing resources that we have in our district. And she threw out Frank's name, and I'm so grateful that she did, because his students and his classes and Frank have been, they're the reason that we were able to do this in our virtual world. So I wanted to give him a huge shout out, and to his students of last year and this year, and I think they want to say a few words as well.
Hey everyone, thank you. I'm Frank. I teach all the television production classes at Arcadia High School, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that participated, our board members, my students, the community. My wife did the sound bath, and just everyone. It definitely was like a village that it took. I wrote down a few stats. Took about 3 weeks of editing. We got 2 drafts back and forth between the counselors before we landed on a perfect one. We had 11 student editors, 2 student hosts, 1 student drone operator, and all of the resources of advanced video production. So thank you to everyone for your support. And just wanted you to hear from 2 of our students that were really involved in it very briefly, and about their experience with the project.
Hi, so I'm Mish. Yeah, it was really fun to help out with this. It's really nice knowing that the middle schoolers have these resources, because when we were in middle school, like we didn't have this, so it's really nice to see the progress. And Sandra and we had a lot of fun, like making the scripts and filming the segments. You could see the bloopers. We had a bit of issues, and we saw some of the mental health tips, and I think we learned a lot too.
Yeah, well, generally it was super fun, especially the dancing part, even though it took a lot of tries. But it was so cool to see all the teachers I used to have, like, teach us how they self-cared. And everyone in APN worked really hard for this opportunity. And it was just really nice knowing that the middle schoolers have something that I didn't have when I was in middle school.
And we had some amazing sponsors this year. Of course, thank you to our district, to our board members, to, again, everyone in our district, and also our community. We really reached out to them for support to help us with the swag bags, our guest speakers that we had in our videos too. So we couldn't have done it without them either. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support. We truly, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Very much appreciate our district's focus on the whole child, and to see this come to fruition it's monumental. And I got the chance to actually watch this happen at Foothills, and so this is a picture I took of the chair yoga happening. I really wanted to see how the students were reacting and participating, and it was so much fun to talk to them about their opinions and watch their reactions. You can go ahead and click through. Here's Mr. Eng leading some of the Tai Chi, and here's the position that I could not quite get right. And another shot of some of the yoga. It was really fun. I got to see both, or not just both, but 6th, 7th, and 8th grade kids interacting and participating in the day. And so my main takeaway is Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is on the back of some of the literature that went out. It was really powerful to watch the kids in the classes perk up when they listened to our AHS students talk and really connect. Like, I am sure this was happening at every campus, but as soon as an AHS person said, oh, well, I used to go to Foothills, well, the whole class would be like, whoa, they used to go to Foothills. And I know that was happening everywhere. And you guys did a wonderful job sort of just keeping the whole thing together and moving. And the kids really enjoyed hearing from you and watching you talk and banter back and forth as the subjects were introduced. So thanks for all the time. I know it took a lot. Brady, I really appreciated what you had to say about that connection with the students, because I saw it in real time. You hit the nail on the head, absolutely. And Caitlin, I loved the aunt part of the day too, because I struggle with that sometimes. I think that was helpful for everyone to hear. So I wanted to share one quote that a 7th grader shared with me about the day. I think today is really helpful. There have been times where people are dealing with stress or other things affecting mental health, and this lesson is really informative and useful for students. So anyway, thank you, because I know it's a ton of effort, but it was really fun to watch it happen at the school sites. Anyway, so does anybody else want to share some thoughts about wellness?
I think you covered it. I thought I learned so much and all the demonstrations, and I agree with the teachers. I'm sure when the teachers came up too, the kids were like, oh, look at, so I thought that was great, because that connection really that's like the key. So thank you.
I haven't yet finished listening to all of the video, but I'm part of the way through it, and I'm very impressed. It really is helpful, and I'm glad to hear some student input that it was actually beneficial, that it's not just us adults thinking that it might be beneficial, knowing that it really is reaching and giving you tools is great. I am so happy. And thank you for the movement to improve our entire community's mental health. It's great.
Everyone said it really well. I don't want to add too much more, except thank you for all the hard work that everyone put into this. We talk a lot about prioritizing wellness here at the board, but what matters is putting that into practice, and this is what you all did during this second annual Wellness Summit, which was spectacular. And all I have to really say is setting the bar very high. So I know this is second annual, so we're just looking forward to what it's going to look like next year. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot of work again, but thank you so much for doing it.
Yeah.
So important.
And thank you for living that value of collaboration, because Stephanie and you guys really shared how much went into that from so many different departments.
Yeah, thank you once again. Let's do it again.
Yeah.